Welcome to the SOB radio show, where we have fun, interesting guests, and hot topics. Each week, we offer insights into music, fashion, health, fitness, and humor. Do you have the perfect guest for us to interview? I want to know. Drop me a line on our Facebook page at Spunky Old Broad 1 or reach out to me on our website at spunkyoldbroad.com. And now, back to the show. I'm back with Johanna Alper, and Johanna is a healer's coach. She helps holistic practitioners, psychotherapists, and heart centered entrepreneurs attract more clients and prosper. And we've talked about, Johanna, how you have weaved all of this together. But how is coaching sensitive and introverted healers and women in business different than coaching other groups?
Well, I believe that coaching sensitive and introverted healers is much more challenging around mindset because they're often so happy. We're often so happy to do our work, but shy away from marketing and being extroverted and actually often have negative mindsets towards marketing. So I really need to work a lot with them to help them embrace marketing as part of their tremendous gift to the world by making marketing fun, heartful, and also connected to their tremendous mission of service.
You know, I have found, however, Johanna, that most people hate marketing and sales. They love what they do. They love their profession, whatever it is, whatever industry they're in, but they hate to market and they hate to sell. And of course, if you ask people who teach this stuff, they'll say, "What business are you in?" And they'll never say, "I'm in the healing business," or I'm in the building business," or "I'm in the acupuncture business." They'll say, "I'm in the marketing business," because as far as most people who are successful, they know that without marketing, without sales, they don't have a business, no matter how good a product or service they have. So it's very interesting. And of course, if you're introverted, and if you're sensitive, it's even harder to do that because you have to force yourself. But it is something that most people are a little skittish about. But you are 73, I'm 81. How does Oriental medicine help someone age with vitality?
Oriental medicine is based on having all of our systems, all of the levels of us, body, mind, and spirit, everything be in harmony. And when that happens, we don't have to run after just patching up this symptom or that symptom. It's about the underlying energy being strong and balanced so we can return to the natural healing state that we had years before when we were younger. And that can happen, that we can age with vitality in ways that is often considered very abnormal in our society when people are on so many medications. And I'm not putting down medications. They've tremendously helped save many lives. But often each one creates a side effect without working at all of the underlying causes to help someone be healthy. So Oriental medicine is designed to help balance the root health, and then the outer health, the branches and fruit, can grow more healthy. So it really works at the root, and that's where I feel its power is so wonderful. And I have clients who have been coming in literally for decades, maybe once a month or every 6 weeks, in order to stay well in order to have their energy balanced. And this is their main way of staying vital as they age, so they don't need to have illnesses and symptoms. And if they do arise, they're able to be worked with much more quickly.
That's very
So
interesting
it's a very
because,
different
yeah, I
it's a
mean,
different point of view. Oh, sorry.
no. You're right. I mean, it's great to have someone come in once a month or once every 6 weeks to as you say, get a tune up, and it keeps them vital and it keeps them going, and I think that's terrific. And of course, it's great for your business.
Right, right.
It really is.
Honestly, yeah, Gail, I
Yeah.
didn't even realize my practice was a business. I, for decades, had a full practice and also taught in an acupuncture school, but I didn't have a sense that it was business until I saw students trying to enter the marketplace after they'd graduated. And then there was a downturn in the economy in 2008. And in this area, there are a lot of healers. So I started to really look at my practice as a business and at the people that I was coaching, and really approach it in a business-like way, because it's a very different world now than when I began practicing almost 40 years ago. So,
Well, but I will say that the practice of meditation, the practice of acupuncture is much more accepted today than it was many years ago. So that's a positive, and that's a positive for you, and it's a positive for all the other students who are studying at this point. However, I have to ask you if you have any advice for women entrepreneurs entering the third of their life. Because I have found that when women hit 50, something happens. They become invisible to themselves and to others, and they think that life is over. Excuse me. And they think that it's too late for what they're doing. And so here you are, here I am. I don't know if it's our third or fourth part of our life, but uh, so what advice do you have for them?
well, of course, as women age, society in general makes us feel more invisible. So we really need to counter that, become our own BFF, best friend forever, and have lots of other friends too, but not go with the mindset that our society puts on us of being invisible and not being of value. We have to work at our spirit level and with our minds to have courage and inspiration, because actually this third of life has a lot of freedom to it too, as I know you know. And so I would just say, be a spunky old broad and enjoy your life. And from that, our confidence can be empowered, and our courage and and continue to have a lot of delight, even though it may take a different form because of aging and having losses or whatever. But I think it's really exciting.
Well,
To
it is, it is exciting. And the fact is that, when you get to this age, at least in the third of your life, um, you don't care what people think. I mean, you can just go and do what you want because you really don't care what people think. It's too bad. I mean, you're not going to have an influence on me at this point. So I think it's a terrific time of life. And uh, I just think there's so many other opportunities. I love to hear about people that have started a business when they're over 70. I love to hear people going back to school when they're over 70. I love to hear the fact that people are taking trips when they're over 70. I mean, I just think there's just a whole world out there, and you can either shrivel up and go sit on your couch and never come out, or you can try all these different things. And it doesn't have to cost money. I mean, there are many groups out there, clubs out there that are free, that you can belong to, that have really great people in them, even reading clubs, because nobody really reads anymore, so, but our generation does read. So, having these different book clubs, et cetera, I just think that there's so much opportunity out there. And in terms of entrepreneurship, I think women make great entrepreneurs. They have feelings, they have compassion, as you say. They're not tough about a lot of different things. I think women make terrific leaders, and I don't think they're as emotional as most people think. We have emotion, but I don't think we're as emotional as some people think. So, where do you see Johanna going in the future?
Well, I'm so excited that I have recently completed an 8-week online program. And this was my first time being on Zoom and teaching in that way, although I've taught workshops and a lot for many years. I'm very excited about the online world and learning about it more and getting help and getting my message out there. My message to help uplift individuals, healers, society at large. That there's so much change right now, and I'm so delighted to still be playing the game. My book will be out by 2020, and I'm thrilled that I can still enjoy my life and age with vitality and not know all the adventures that are coming up, but still enjoy the journey and the route I'm taking at this time.
And what do you think is ahead for the future of other SOBs, other spunky old women, entrepreneurs, and healers? What do you see going on for them? I mean, where is the industry going?
I just feel like we're at the very beginnings of what's going to be so tremendous in the coming years. Women are terrific leaders, and everybody is starting to figure this out. We tend to be able to negotiate well, to communicate well, to listen, to be able to age with vitality. So many of us have outlived spouses, partners. If we choose to keep moving forward, our experience and wisdom are tremendous and will be valued more and more in the coming years. I just feel like it's super inspiring.
That's wonderful, because I agree with you. I think there's a lot of opportunity coming up. I think there's a lot of things that that people haven't even thought about yet that can be implemented. And so I would ask you this. This is an interesting question for me. Have you seen changes in the methodology of acupuncture? Or have you seen changes in the methodology of meditation? Because it has grown up and it has now become a thing. So have you seen changes in it since you began?
Well, first of all, of course, when I began, people hadn't heard about these things. Now, acupuncture is used, and studies have proved it's very cost effective in emergency rooms. The military is using acupuncture to help wounded warriors so that they end up having less of a high disability rating. They're more able to come back to more health. And now that the military has studied that, it's going to be much more into other kinds of insurance like Medicare. It's going to be coming in, and it's going to be used in an integrated way much more with Western medicine, because both medicines have tremendous gifts to offer. And in terms of meditation, it's now used in schools to combat bullying, to help children focus, and to help older students do better. It's used in prisons to reduce violence. It's used to help healthcare, because we know it helps. Meditation helps with lowering blood pressure, and there's other tremendous studies showing how much it helps with wellness. And even in some places, 911 workers and police force who are under enormous stress are using meditation to lower stress. So I feel like we're just coming into the beginnings of a very exciting time. When I began, I didn't see what was over the horizon all these decades later. And I'm sure as I continue to live, it's going to be, both acupuncture and meditation will become more and more widespread, accepted, and valued.
Well, I'm excited to hear what you just said because I did not know that the military was embracing acupuncture. And I think that's wonderful that they are, because as you say, if they do, then it becomes much more legitimized in terms of insurance and people that help pay for it and so forth. So that's wonderful. And I also had not a clue, I don't know where I've been, but I didn't have a clue that meditation was being used to help with the bullying situation. I think that's unbelievable. And so they're bringing people into the school system to teach kids how to meditate, or how are they approaching that?
Well, Gail, we have a huge country, and also there's so many different school systems and situations. But I'm from Boulder, Colorado, where meditation and acupuncture are, part of the culture here. We're kind of
Yeah, but I say Boulder is
counterculture
one of the
city,
healthiest places I know. Yeah, I mean,
yes,
every time I went to Boulder, people were hiking and doing and being and outdoors, and absolutely, I agree.
so it's not unusual for meditation to be found in the schools here, but also about 15 miles east of here is a school system called Broomfield, which is closer to Denver. It's much more conventional than Boulder, and has a profile much closer to so much of America. And one of the core values that they're using in that school system is encouraging mindfulness. I was very surprised to hear this from a teacher friend who's there. So this is not just a Boulder and Santa Cruz kind of thing. It's coming all over more and more. And there are, if you Google mindfulness or meditation and education, you can find about it there, or in prisons, in healthcare.
Yeah, I think the fact that they're
Very
using it in
widespread.
prisons is amazing. I think that's
Yes,
wonderful. I think that's wonderful.
just beginning, but it's happening.
Wow, that's great. Well, here you are. You've been practicing as a professional for many, many, many years, and you were doing it at a time when it was not necessarily that popular or that well received. What is it in your life, Johanna, that you have not done that you would like to do? What else would you like to approach that you have not attempted yet?
Ooh, well, mostly I have worked as a solopreneur healer. I have people who help my coaching business now, but I would like my business to be so thriving that I can employ more people in different capacities. I can teach people how the five elements in their business can become more widespread. I would love to be able to do that because, as you know, I don't know very much about the corporate world, just education through acupuncture teaching or healing. I would love to see perhaps down the road, some way that I can certify people in using the five elements in a more widespread way. And maybe they will choose different areas of their own expertise to incorporate the five elements into in order to make more income and impact. And one other thing that I am looking forward to doing once my book is out and I'm presenting more is I would like to gather a group of women in their third of life who would like to be in a year-long mastermind which includes the 5 elements, because they're also related to the seasons and the wisdom and values of each season. I would like to take women through a year-long mastermind who are inspired to bring a legacy project or business or something into going from just a tiny sprout into having a harvest. And I look forward to doing that by sometime in 2020. And having that be a way that the group energy and the 5 elements can come together to benefit individuals and the people that we can help. So I'm very excited about that, but I can't start it quite yet.
Well, I'm going to tell our audience how to get in touch with you and what your gift is for them. Your website is medicinebuddhacoaching.com. That's medicine, Buddha, Buddha, coaching.com. And I'm not sure if that's the best way for people to be in touch with you, Johanna, but they can go there. And your gift is to go there to the medicinebuddhacoaching.com and take a 3-minute quiz to find out and receive a complimentary 5-element business assessment session to empower your business. But you also have something else, I think, that you're giving, correct?
Well, the 3-minute quiz and complimentary 5-element business assessment session will be a great start for people. Yes.
Okay. So that is your free gift. And again, is the website the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, that will be, yes, that's fine. And when they go to the website, the navigation bar right under the banner says, take the quiz for the 5 elements of holistic business success. And that's
fantastic.
The best way.
All right, because I know some people give their phone number, some people give their email, but if they go there, they'll find you. That's the important thing, is finding you, the medicinebuddhacoaching.com. You'll find her quiz there. And if you were, if you were confused or you were not sure, do I have all those 5 elements in my business, or do I even have those 5 elements in my life? This is a way for you to find out and take the quiz and know whether you're on track or not. Now, we have about 3 minutes left. Is there anything we haven't talked about, Johanna, that you think it's important for our audience to know?
I think the most important thing, and I know that you talk about this, Gayle, is that we don't succumb to feeling sorry for ourselves and the negativity that we often hear in the news and the over anxiety and fear that are so prevalent in the culture today. This is such an exciting time to be alive, that things are moving in all kinds of directions. And as healers and spunky old broads, we have so much to give and so much to enjoy. And I wanted to mention that again. And also, I am willing to give out my email address, johannaalper@gmail.com. People can contact me that way as well.
Okay, and folks, it's not Joanna, it's Johanna. Johanna. Johanna Alper, ALPER @gmail.com, correct?
Right. And I feel like for women, this is just such an exciting time. And the more we participate, the more we'll receive, the more we'll give back. It's like a really wonderful coming full circle. And I'm so excited to be part of this. And I feel for the people who I touch, they are feeling this as well. And there's such an upswelling of women's wisdom, women's contribution, and ability to have freedom and enjoyment today. So we shouldn't despair about the news, because we can create our own really good news, and that touches everyone.
Absolutely. And we shouldn't be listening to the news anyway because it's never any good. Anyway, thank you for being with us today, Johanna. We love what you've said, and hopefully, people will take advantage of your free gift. Thanks so much for being with us.
It has been such an honor and such a pleasure. Thank you, Gayle.